agatam antatam. Not only ajamil, everyone. They are absorbed in certain type of consciousness. And what is due to it, how the consciousness develops. It says sneha jantuta. Sneha means affection. Affected by the machine, which is called affection. Everyone is affected by this machine. This body is machine, and it is being worked by the nature. And direction is coming from the Supreme Lord. We wanted to enjoy a certain way, and Krishna has given us a certain type of body, jantra. Just like you have got defined, make some motor car. Somebody wants, I want big car, somebody says, I want similar race, Ford. They are ready. Similarly, our body is also like that. Somebody is Ford, somebody is Chevrolet, somebody is big. And Krishna has given us the chance. He wanted this kind of car or body. You sit down and enjoy. This is our material food. Ishvara sarvabhutanam riddeshe arjuna tishtati. We forget. After changing the body, we forget what I desire and why I've got this kind of body. But Krishna is situated within your heart. He does not forget. He gives you. He wanted this kind of body to get it. Krishna is so kind. If somebody wanted a body so that he can eat everything, so Krishna gives him the body of a pig, so it can eat even stool. And if somebody wanted a body that I shall dance with Krishna, then he gets that body. Now it is up to you to decide whether you are going to get a body which will be able to dance with Krishna, to talk with Krishna, to play with Krishna. You can get it. And if you want a body, how to eat stool, urine, you'll get it. So we have to decide this human form of life. But if you have no information that what kind of body I am going to get next, if you don't believe, you believe or not believe, it doesn't matter. The nature's law will act. If you say, I don't believe in the next life, you may say like that, but nature's law will act. Karmana daivanyatrena. As you are acting, according to that you are preparing your next body. So after death means when this body is finished, then you get another body immediately, because you have already made the field work, what kind of body you get. So this man, Ajami, was engaged in taking care of his child very nicely, and the whole mind was absorbed in the child. So, don't disturb. Therefore, he has been described as mura. We have to say, bhajan parayana mura. We are forgetting that some day is coming, that is ahead, that is called mrityu, death. We forget that. But this is our imperfectness. So this man forgot that he was very busy as an affectionate father or affectionate husband. Though I've got so many relationships as an affectionate friend or envious enemy, we have got some relations. With everyone, with this world, we have got some. Either it may be affectionate or envy, it doesn't matter. So, in this way we are living, forgetting that death is ahead. Therefore, we are mura. Mura means rascal, ass, who does not know what is actual interest. Ass. Mura means ass. The ass does not know his own interest. We have seen that ass is loaded with 3 tons of cloth by the washerman, and he cannot go still, he has to do it, and he does not know that I am loading so many tons of cloth on my back, and what interest I have got in it. Not a single cloth belongs to me. So the ass has no such sense. Ass means he has no such sense. He is thinking it is my duty to load upon me so much clothing. It is my duty. Why it is duty? Because the washerman gives you grass. So he has no sense that grass I can get anywhere. Why I have taken this duty? This is everyone is anxious about his duty. Somebody is politician, somebody is householder, somebody is something else. Because he has taken up some false duty and working hard for it, therefore he is an ass. He is forgetting his real business. Real business is that death will come. It will not avoid me. Everyone says, as sure as death. Now before death, I have to act in such a way that I may have a position in Vaikuntha, in Vrindavan, and I may have permanent life to be with Krishna. This is our real duty. But we do not know that. Nate vidu sarthagatin hi Vishnu. We are in this conditioned state of life because we are separated from our original person, Krishna, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. We have forgotten this. We are thinking we are part and parcel of America or India. This is called illusion. They are interested, somebody is interested in his country, somebody is interested in his society or family. There we have created so many things, duty. Therefore, Shastra says that these rascals do not know what is his actual self-interest. Nate vidu sarthagatin Vishnu durasaya. Is hoping something which will never be fulfilled. That's what is rascal. We are trying to adjust things within this material world to become happy, but the rascal does not know that so long he will remain in this material world, there is no question of happiness. That is rascal. Krishna says that this place is dukkhalam asasatam. This material world where we are now living under different change of body one after another, it is dukkhalam. Why I have to change my body? Why not? I am permanent. Na annate hannamane sarire. Therefore we have to learn. We have to be educated. We have to receive knowledge from the perfect. And Krishna personally, the supreme perfect person, is giving you knowledge. And if you are so unfortunate that you do not take the perfect knowledge, we concoct, we speculate, we create our own idea, then it is to be understood that durasa. We are thinking I shall be happy in this way, I shall be happy in this way. Nothing. You shall never be happy. This is perfectness. Unless you go back to home, back to home. It's like a mad boy, he has forsaken his father. His father is rich man, everything is there, but he has become hippie. So, similarly, we are also like that. Our father is Krishna. We can live there very comfortably, without any botheration, without endeavor for earning money. But we have decided that we shall live here in this material. This is called ass. This is therefore murha. We do not know what is our self. And we are hoping against hope. I shall be happy in this way, I shall be happy in this way. Therefore, this word is used, murha. They do not know what is actually his happiness and is trying one chapter another, now I will be happy. The ass, sometimes the washerman sits on his back and takes a bunch of grass and puts in front of the ass, and the ass wants to take the grass, but as he moving forward, the grass is also moving forward. And he thinks just one step forward I shall get the grass. But because he is ass, he does not know that the grass is situated in such a way that I may go on for millions of years, still I will not get there. This is ass. He does not come to his senses that for millions and trillions of years I may try to be happy in this material world, I will never be happy. Therefore, you have to take the knowledge from the Guru who knows things. Therefore, Guru is what says, Ajnana Trivinandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshu Ulminitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave. The politician or what is called leaders, Andhra, they will promise you that you will be happy in this way, you give me vote and I shall bring heaven for you and let me become minister, that is all, you simply wait. And as soon as I become a minister and president, I will give you such and such benefit. So you select Mr. Nixon. And again you become disappointed. Then we request, Mr. Nixon, you get out. And we accept another fool. This is good. This is good. But Shastra says you will not be getting right information in that way. This foolish man, they will promise you something and he is unable to make you happy, you will be again disappointed, again regret. Then where from I shall get the right information? That Veda says, Tad vijnanatham sa gurumeva avigatse. If you want right information, then go to the Guru. And who is Guru? That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains that Hamara Gai Guru Haiya Taro Sarva. He says, you just become on my order. Guru means who carries the order of Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna. Or who is Krishna's servant. That is Guru. Nobody can become Guru unless he carries the order of the Supreme. Therefore, you will find, because every one of us, yes, we do not know what is our self-interest, and somebody comes, I am Guru. How you become Guru? No, I am self-perfected. I don't require to read any book. I have come to bless you. And the foolish rascals, they do not know how he can become Guru. If he does not follow the Shastra or the Supreme Authority, Krishna, how he can become? But they accept Guru. So this kind of Guru is going on. But you should know, Guru means who carries the order of the Supreme Law. That is Guru. Any rascal who manufactures some idea is not Guru. Immediately kick him out. Immediately. That is, this is a rascal, this is not a Guru. Guru is here, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Amar Aggai Guru Haiya. Guru means the faithful servant of God. That is Guru. So you have to first of all test, are you faithful servant of God? If he says, no, I am God, kick him on his face immediately. Kick him immediately. That you are asking. You have come to cheat us. Because taste is there. That Guru means faithful servant of God. Simple. You don't require large definition what is Guru. So Vedic knowledge gives you indication that tadvijnanatham. If you want to know the science of spiritual life, tadvijnana. So Guru meva vigachet, you must approach Guru. And who is Guru? Guru means who is the faithful servant of God. Very simple. So, this is the position. Without Guru, if he is manufacturing his way of life, then he is murha, rascal. Therefore it is said, murha. You are thinking, I am so affectionate father, I am taking care of my son, little son. In all respect, I am feeding him, I am patting him, so many things. I am very faithful and very honest father. But Shastra says, here is a murha, rascal. You see here. It says, bhajan, panayan, murha. Why is murha? Na vedam, agatam, antakam. He does not say, does not know that behind me the death is awaiting. He has come to take me. How your affection for your so-called son and society and family and nation will save you. Here is death. That he cannot. He cannot answer. The death is there. So we shall be prepared. That is human life. We must always know that there is death behind me. At any moment he can capture my neck and take it. That's a fact. Is there any guarantee that you shall live 100 years? No. Even just after a few seconds, if you go to the street, you may immediately be there. There may be heart failure, there may be a motor accident, there may be something. So, to live is wonderful. To die is not wonderful. Because you are meant for death. As soon as you took your birth, immediately you begin to die. Immediately. If you inquire, Oh, when the child is born, you say 1 week. That means he has died 1 week. We are taking that he is living 1 week, but actually he has died 1 week. That is wonderful. That is still he is living, he has not died. So, death is not wonderful, because it is sure, it will come after 1 week or after 100 years. That is not wonderful. So long you live, that is wonderful. So we should utilize this time to make solution of the life that we are repeatedly dying and again accepting another body. So how they will understand unless they come to the proper Guru? Therefore Shastra said, Tadvijnanartham. If you want to know the real problem of your life, and if you want to be enlightened, how to become Krishna conscious, how to become eternal, go back to home, back to Godhead, then you must approach the Guru. And who is Guru? That is explained, very simple thing. Guru never manufactures idea. That you do this and give me money and you become happy. That is not good. That is another process of earning money. So, here it is said, Mula, everyone who is simply living in the fool's paradise, manufacturing his own ideas, like Ojami, somebody has taken, this is my duty, somebody is... He is a fool. You must know what is your duty from Guru. You are singing every day, Guru mukha padma vakka chittete koriya okka arana koriya muriya. This is life. This is life. Guru mukha padma, you accept the bona fide Guru and what he orders you, carry out, then your life is successful. Arana koriya muriya. You rascal, you do not desire anything else. Are you not singing daily? Do you understand the meaning? Or we are singing only? What is the meaning? We will explain. Nobody knows? Yes? What is the meaning?
My only wish is that my mind be purified by the words and the mouth of my spiritual master. I have no other desire for anything else.
Yeah, this is order. Guru mukha padma vakka chittete koriyai. Now, chitta means consciousness or heart. I shall do this only. But my Guru Maharaj told me, I shall do this. Chittete koriyayakka arna koriya maniyas. So, it is not my pride, but I can say for your instruction, I did it. Therefore, whatever little success you see, then all my God brothers, it is due to this. I have no capacity. But I took it, the words of my Guru, as life and soul. So this is fact. Guru mukha padma vakka chittete kuriyaka. Everyone should do that. But if he makes addition or alteration, then he is finished. No addition or alteration. You have to approach Guru. Guru means the faithful servant of God, Krishna, and take his word how to serve him. Then you are successful. If you concoct, I am very intelligent than my Guru, and I can make additional alteration, then you are finished. But you have got the opportunity of chanting the holy name of Rama. This is his good fortune. Therefore, according to this, we change the name. Why? Because every name is care to observing these things. Therefore, everyone is mura and agya. Then In spite of the death has come, Matin Chakara Tonoi Bali Narayana Ava. He is experiencing, now I am dying, death is near, still he is thinking of that child. So Jangjanga Bapi Smaran Loke, Sajatanta, he has got a child, his name is Narayan. Now his position is different. But if I am similarly affected, similarly affectionate to my dog, then what is my position? Or anything. Naturally I will think of my dog and immediately I shall get the another body like a dog or dog. This is nature's law. Jangjanga Bapi Smaran Loki Tajatanti Kalevaram. At the time, the test will be at the time of death. What kind of body you are going to get. So Jangjanga Bapi Smaran Bhavam. They, just like he is very much affectionate to his son, he is thinking of his son. Similarly, if you are very much affectionate to your dog or something else, you think at that time. Therefore, practice Hare Krishna, so that at the time of death you can think of Krishna and your life is successful. Thank you very much.
About hogs, dogs, camels, and asses. And the audience, they were really, Hare Krishna. The audience were really enjoying it and they were laughing and everything. And they congratulated Srila Prabhupada that you've spoke very nice, Swamiji. And afterwards Prabhupada said to the devotees with him, he said, I called them all hogs, dogs, camels, and asses, and they have applauded and congratulated me. And so in the same way here, Prabhupada was talking about mudhas and describing the materialistic society, how people are working like asses all the day. They're carrying heavy load, tons on their back. They get very little in return. They get some grass to eat, which is growing everywhere. Western life, materialistic life is like that. It's the struggle for existence, people struggling so hard to get so little, just a little food to fill their belly. And they're thinking, this is life. They're thinking, well, I have to work. So Prabhupada was explaining that one point about the mudhas, and then he went on to talk more about Guru and the importance of the spiritual master. And he gave a very simple definition of Guru. He said, You see, you don't need to have a big complex definition of guru. Guru is a faithful servant of God. And Prabhupada was speaking, there it was 1974, was it? I think so. Anyway, Prabhupada was there in Philadelphia, so USA. At that time, 1970s, our movement was really, you know, we had quite a big impact on people in American society. Every city practically in America had a temple, and devotees were seen every day going out on Hare Naam and doing book distribution. These things were going on everywhere in USA in the 1970s in Srila Prabhupada's time. And the public were very aware of us, and they were seeing us a lot, because every day we'd go out and distribute books. And so then Prabhupada he's come, he's the guru, and people have ideas about what is a guru, that he's some, you know, materialistic person, and he's sending these young people out to collect money, and it's all going to the guru, it's all going in the guru's bank account, and he's living comfortably, and he's just got all these young people as his slaves. So Srila Prabhupada was explaining to them clearly about the position of the guru, that the guru is not God, because that, of course, that was another phenomena, that you had so many so-called spiritual leaders coming to the West, and often they would be impersonalists, Mayavadis, and say that you're God, and I've come to make you God, you just have to pay me the money. You know, it was all based on pay the money. You want to get the guru, you pay the money. And here's Srila Prabhupada coming along, and he's telling what he wants, which is a very different thing, very different lifestyle. So Prabhupada was explaining to all these people about the guru, and how the guru is a servant of God, and he's presenting the message of God. Also, he's presenting according to scriptures. It's not something which he's manufactured himself. And his qualification also is that he's also a servant of his guru. So like that, Srila Prabhupada was presenting this message. He was speaking from Canto 6, he was talking about Ajamila. He was explaining in the beginning about Ajamila's attachment to his son. I was thinking how Prabhupada could appreciate that very much, because Prabhupada himself was a father, and he had he had 3 sons. So Prabhupada could experience how much affection the parents have, especially for the youngest child. And there's Ajamila in his old age, and he's got this young boy, and he's very attached, and it's absorbed his whole life. His whole consciousness was centered around this young son named Narayan. But of course that was for the good fortune of Ajamila. Anyway, Prabhupada was presenting some of these points. Certainly it was a very nice lecture, very meaningful, very clear. The purpose is very clear from it, and the audience would certainly be benefited hearing Prabhupada speak in this way. He presented pretty much an overview of a Krishna conscious philosophy, that you need to have the help of a spiritual master, and the message of the spiritual master is not something which you can change. You don't adulterate it. You have to keep the purity. We have to follow and repeat as the spiritual master. No, I don't want to cheer. As the spiritual master presented the message, so we repeat that message the same way. So it's important for us to remember all of these things in our own preaching. We don't want to change anything Srila Prabhupada has given us. We like to preserve everything and try to repeat also, but at the same time put it in a modern way. Just as Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati was appreciated by Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada wrote Vyas Puja for Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, he said, "Oldest of all, but in new dress, miracle done, your divine grace." So Srila Prabhupada was appreciating how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati could take that old message but put it in a form to make it suitable for the particular time and the place. It's important. Prabhupada was appreciating the audience, what kind of people he was speaking to and where he was, and so he molded his lecture in that way, and it was very purposeful and very meaningful. Okay, so maybe we'll ask for the audience here. So many Maharajis are here and other devotees. Anybody else? Anybody like to make a comment or any question? Anything? Yes, Prabhu? Okay.
Thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Maharaj, for the wonderful talk. Maharaj, in the video, Prabhupada made this statement that make word of Guru our life and soul. So sometimes we are a little selective in following particular words of our Guru Dev. So how to get that attitude, that determination to make every word of a Guru our life and soul? How to get that attitude and determination in life?
Well, remember when you talk about making the Guru our life and soul, that we want to follow Srila Prabhupada, right? To make Prabhupada our life and soul. It's Srila Prabhupada who is the founder Acharya. And he is the guiding force in our Krishna consciousness movement. So how do we make Srila Prabhupada our life and soul? This is something we're trying to do regularly. We're trying to encourage all the devotees to keep Srila Prabhupada in the center of our movement. And that's one of the functions of this program today, that with all the devotees here in Mayapur Dham, we want to remind you all that we do have a relationship with Srila Prabhupada, every one of us. And we want to connect with Srila Prabhupada. And we do it by watching his videos, by listening to his lectures, and then by sharing and discussing our realizations of Srila Prabhupada and his teachings. This is how we make the Guru our life and soul. By keeping Srila Prabhupada's books with us constantly. Everywhere we go, have a book with us. And by hearing Prabhupada's bhajans also. It's very, very refreshing to hear a Prabhupada lecture. Hare Krishna. So like that, you can keep Prabhupada in your heart by regularly reading Prabhupada's books, by associating with the devotees of the Krishna consciousness movement. Prabhupada said, this movement, this is Srila Prabhupada, this is a representative of Srila Prabhupada. He is the founder, Acharya of iskcon. So if we're active in iskcon, taking part in the iskcon programs, then you can feel connected to Prabhupada. If we go off and we go away to other things, we're not so much connected with Prabhupada anymore. We lose the connection. So the lifeline is there with Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is throwing us the lifeline. That lifeline are Prabhupada's instructions for all of us. We want to keep Prabhupada's instructions very close to us and always following Prabhupada's instructions. This is what it means to have Srila Prabhupada as our life and soul. Yes, Maharaj?
Hare Krishna, thank you. Just comments, Maharaj. The Prabhupada also mentioned about the asses. They are known for being stupid. That the grasses are already available on both sides of the road, but the master is carrying the grasses, and ashes is also moving, the grass is also moving for millions of years, but they are not going to achieve what they want. And Prabhupada also been many places. Prabhupada been using word, very very strong word like ashes, camel, dogs, and pigs. We see that pigs also, they enjoy eating stool, and the camel also, they are eating thorns, and that cutting the tongues and also mixed with the blood and thinking that this is enjoyment. So dogs, camels, and
hogs, dogs, camels, and asses.
Very nasty. And yeah, because also that I believe that the asses in the modes of ignorance, this is why also Balaram has come. Balaramji come to kill Dhenukasura in the form of the ash. Because to remove modes of ignorance and passion needs the power of Guru. Gurudev. Prabhupada was saying that about Guru. Because they don't know what is the goal of life, the mission of life. Nate vidu sarvdakatim hi Vishnu. They don't know that. That's why they are living like animals. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj. Yes? Yes, like animals. Yes, Maharaj?
Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada was stressing that death may come at any moment. Could you please speak on the importance of urgency in our practice of Krishna consciousness?
Well, why don't you speak about it? You know, you're bringing it up.
I want to hear from you, Maharaj.
Well, yeah, I'm closer to death than you. Prabhupada said,
you don't know if you're closer to death than me. We all can die at any moment.
Death can come at any time, yeah, but especially well, sannyasis are walking dead men, right? In the renounced order of life, we're already dead, socially, because we've given up the material life. So we're walking dead men. And then certainly in old age, then you have to expect death. In the Christian Bible, which Srila Prabhupada also quoted, they give the life expectancy as 70 years and 10. 1 means 20, so 70 means 60, plus 10 means 70. So that's what the Bible considers the average duration of life. Expected, normal life, 70. After 70, then it's, credit, it's a bonus, And Prabhupada said like that, he said, 70 years and 10, it is already past. Therefore, the point was, at any moment death can come, and it won't be a surprise, because we're already reached that point in life that it can come at any moment. So, Jayapataka Swami was speaking about Gaur Govinda Maharaj, how Gaur Govinda Maharaj departed here in Mayapur, just about the time when we were having the Gaur Purnima festival, Maharaj. And Gaur Govinda Maharaj was so glorious that he was recounting the pastimes of Lord Jagannath, and at that time he departed from the world. In the course of his own speaking, he was speaking and then he just stopped and he just gave up the body, he left the body. So a very glorious departure to leave. Of course, not everybody could be so fortunate to leave in such a glorious way, but it was an indication of his advanced situation that Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj could depart in such a very unique manner. But most of us, we won't be so fortunate. We have to leave, but we do have to leave the world. as Prabhupada quoted, as sure as death, and death is sure. That the death rate, Prabhupada would say, the death rate is the same as always been, 100%. Everyone is going to die. So it's certain. So we have to prepare. And the preparation is, of course, practicing remembering Krishna by chanting the holy name, by faithfully chanting the holy name. Kulashekar Maharaj, the Alwar from South India, he's quoted, his verse is very famous, it's a very well-known verse in South India. Everybody knows, Krishna tvadiya pada pankaja panjarantam adjaiva vishatu manasaraja hamsa prana prayana kapaye kapatvatapitaye kantavaro dhanavado smaranam kutaste. Maharaj Kulashekar said, let me die now while I can still chant the holy name of the Lord. If I wait for death to come naturally, then my throat may be choked up with mucus and I won't be able to chant. So let me die now while the swan of my mind is entangled in the stem of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So the Manasa Raja Hamsa, the mind is compared to the swan, because the swan plays with the lotus flowers and the stem of the lotus is wrapped around the neck of the swan. So in the same way, we want our mind to be wrapped around the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. So that is the ambition of devotee. Let me die now while I can still chant the holy name. Okay. Yes, Prabhu? Oh.
Thank you, Maharaj. This was such a wonderful talk by Srila Prabhupada, in which he is urging us not to continue with our old tendencies to be hogs, dogs, camels, asses, mudhas, etc. So my question is, even as we are building new temples, distributing more books, doing more programs, what are we doing to build the character of our devotees?
Hare Krishna. What are we doing to build the character of our devotees? Well, we do have an ongoing spiritual program every day in all of our centers. We do have Srimad Bhagavatam classes going on every day, and we have also things like Harinam Sankirtan, we have outreach programs. We do try a lot to give Krishna consciousness. And in the course of giving Krishna consciousness, we get Krishna consciousness ourselves. So as far as developing the character of our devotees, it's up to the devotees to participate in all of these activities, to take part in all the programs which are available. Taking part in programs like Bhakti Shastri and Bhakti Vaibhav and studying Prabhupada's books together with devotees is certainly conducive to developing one's character. And coming to the temple, taking part in deity worship and all of these different affairs, these are all programs to help us to develop our character. You take part in a deity worship program, then you have to give attention to purity and cleanliness and punctuality. These kind of qualities are very desirable for us as pujaris and as devotees. They do help us to develop our character. A devotee, of course, should also be truthful. That's a very important quality. And it's one of our pillars of religion, right? In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the personification of religious principles is in the form of the bull, and the four legs represent the pillars of Dharma. Satyam, Socham, Daya and Tapa. Truthfulness, Satyam. That truthfulness, a very important quality for devotees to develop their character. Our four regulative principles: truthfulness, cleanliness, austerity, and mercy. Thank you. Daya. Mercy. These four things are very relevant, very important to character. So sometimes we fail to appreciate the qualities of devotees, and we go and look at other people who are not devotees, and we'll feel very disappointed when we see how people who are not devotees, how they're behaving, and that their standards of quality. But generally we find the devotees to be very wonderful as far as their character goes. So, I mean, I know I've changed a lot since I came to Krishna consciousness. I came to Krishna consciousness with bad habits. I didn't have good habits. But coming to Krishna consciousness certainly helped me to improve a lot, to get rid of the nonsense, right? Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Pavritim cha navritim cha jnanana vidura suraha. That the demoniac person doesn't know what should be done and what should not be done. Neither cleanliness nor truthfulness, none of these things are found in him. But these qualities are very much there in devotees. Of course, they have to follow. Now some people may claim they're devotees, but if they're not following, then they're not being honest. They're not representing Srila Prabhupada. They're not representing the iskcon society, although they may claim to be. So it's important for us to try to bring people in and keep in touch with them, keep on top of them, make sure that they're trying to follow. At least they should be trying to follow. So it's important with devotee care, caring for people who have been in Krishna consciousness at one point, but somehow in the course of time they go away, they drift off. This is a problem. So we try to bring back the devotees, we try to reach out to them, invite them and to come, try to encourage them, to bring them back, to save their spiritual lives. It's a lot of work, and it needs a lot of work. It's very important. So this is our duty as devotees. We care. We try to make new devotees, and at the same time we try to bring back the old devotees, the ones who've gone away, we try to bring them back. Okay? Hare Krishna. Huh? Okay, we have to, Janmastami Prabhu says we have to stop here. Okay, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.